If I told you there were two simple words that could completely shift the way women see you, would you believe me? These aren't magic words, but when spoken with confidence and intent, they have the power to change everything. Stick around, and I'll show you exactly how to use them. Imagine for a moment that your words alone could completely change the way a woman perceives you. Words so simple yet so powerful that they leave a lasting impression. What if I told you that most men overlook these words not because they're complicated, but because they don't fully understand their impact? Today, I'm going to break it all down for you. We're talking about a straightforward phrase that, when used the right way, instantly sets you apart. It's not about tricks or gimmicks. It's about embracing a mindset that naturally draws women to you. These two words hold a unique kind of power, not the kind that forces or manipulates, but the kind that inspires respect and admiration. And the best part? They're already a part of your vocabulary. You just need to learn how to use them intentionally, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Before we go any further, let me ask you for a quick favor. If you find this content helpful and want more insights like this, hit the like button and subscribe. It's a simple way to support the channel and ensure I can keep bringing you valuable tips to transform your interactions. So, can I count on you for that? All right, let's not waste any time. Let's get into what makes these two words so impactful and how they can change the game for you. Let's talk about where many men go wrong. Picture this. You're having a conversation with a woman, and instead of being clear about what you want, you say something like, "Whatever you prefer," or "I'm okay with anything." At first glance, it might seem polite, but here's the problem. This kind of response doesn't convey confidence. When you avoid being direct or decisive, it sends the message that you're unsure of yourself. And let's be honest, uncertainty is one of the fastest ways to lose a woman's interest. Women are naturally drawn to men who know what they want and aren't afraid to express it. Another common mistake is being overly accommodating. Always putting her wants above your own might seem like the right thing to do, but it often backfires. Why? Because it gives the impression that you're trying too hard to please her, and that can come across as needy. The truth is, by being indecisive or overly flexible, you're unintentionally dimming your own light. Instead of standing out as someone who's confident and self-assured, you risk blending into the background. But don't worry, this is something you can change, and I'm going to show you how. Now, let's uncover the heart of this concept. The two simple words that can completely shift how you're perceived by women. Those words are, "I want." At first glance, they may seem ordinary, but when spoken with purpose, they hold incredible power. "I want" isn't just a phrase, it's a statement of intent. It shows that you're clear about your desires and confident enough to express them. It's the speech that women truly want to hear. This clarity is magnetic because it reflects decisiveness, a quality that stands out in a world where many people shy away from being direct. Think about it. When you say, "I want," you're not leaving room for guesswork or hesitation. You're making your intentions known in a way that's both bold and respectful. This isn't about being demanding or overbearing. It's about showing that you're comfortable in your own skin and willing to take the lead. Let's break it down further. When a woman hears "I want," she interprets it as a sign of strength and direction. It signals that you're someone who knows what they're after and isn't afraid to take action. It's not just the words themselves, but the energy behind them that creates an impact. Now, you might be thinking, how can something so simple make such a difference? The answer lies in how rare it is to hear someone speak with this level of confidence and clarity. Most people hesitate, second-guess themselves, or try to be overly accommodating. When you say, "I want," you're immediately setting yourself apart from the crowd. But knowing these words is just the first step. The real magic happens when you learn how to use them in your daily interactions. Whether it's asking someone out, stating your preferences, or even expressing your goals, these words can reshape how people respond to you. So how do you apply this in real-life situations? That's what we're going to explore next. I'll show you exactly how to integrate "I want" into your conversations in a way that feels natural and impactful. Stick with me, because this is where things get interesting. Let's get into how you can use "I want" in real-life situations to completely change the way you interact with women. These examples will show you how a simple shift in your words can lead to a big change in results. First, let's talk about approaching women. Imagine you meet someone you're interested in, and instead of saying something indecisive like, "If you want, we could hang out sometime," you look her in the eye and say, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Do you see the difference? The second statement is clear and intentional. It leaves no room for confusion about what you're asking for. You're showing her that you've made a decision and you're confident about it. Next, let's consider how you can use this when building interest. Instead of beating around the bush or waiting for the perfect moment, you can be direct. For example, say, "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab a coffee this week?" This approach isn't just straightforward. It's also refreshing because it shows honesty and genuine interest. Women appreciate this kind of clarity because it removes the guesswork and lets them know where you stand. Now let's apply this concept to relationships. Whether you're just starting to date someone or you're in a long-term relationship, "I want" can be a powerful tool for expressing your feelings and intentions. Instead of saying, "Whatever you'd like is fine," try, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. How about we plan something special together?" Not only does this show that you value her, but it also positions you as someone who takes the initiative. But here's the thing. It's not just what you say. It's also how you say it. When you use "I want," it's important to speak with confidence and a calm tone. The idea is to convey strength without coming across as overbearing. For instance, if she has a different idea or can't commit to your suggestion, respond with understanding. You might say, "No problem. Let's figure out what works best for both of us." This keeps the conversation open and respectful, showing that you're prepared to make the most of the situation. What makes this approach so effective is its versatility. You can use "I want" in big moments, like asking someone on a date, or in smaller everyday interactions, like expressing your preferences in a conversation. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the easier it is to build connections based on mutual respect and understanding. So here's what I want you to take away from this. The words "I want" are not just about getting what you want, they're about communicating with clarity and intention. When you use them thoughtfully, you'll not only attract more interest, but you'll also start to notice a shift in how people respond to you overall. And that's where the real transformation begins. Now, let's address something important. While the phrase "I want" is powerful, how you use it matters just as much as the words themselves. It's easy to misinterpret confidence as arrogance if it's not delivered with the right attitude, and that's something we absolutely want to avoid. When you say "I want," the goal isn't to dominate the conversation or make everything about you. Confidence is about knowing what you want and expressing it clearly. But arrogance is when you disregard the other person's feelings or perspective. The difference lies in your tone and delivery. For example, let's say you tell someone, "I want us to go out this weekend." If you say it with a demanding tone or an air of entitlement, it's likely to push them away. But if you say it with a calm and inviting tone, it becomes a statement of interest rather than an order. That's the balance you need to strike, firm yet approachable. It's also important to show that while you're clear about what you want, you're open to her input. Imagine she says she's busy or suggests another plan. Instead of pushing back, respond with understanding. You might say something like, "That's okay. What works better for you?" This shows that you respect her choices while still maintaining your own confidence. Using "I want" is as much about creating space for the other person as it is about expressing yourself. When you're honest and direct, it encourages her to do the same. This isn't just attractive, it's the foundation for a relationship built on mutual respect. Another thing to keep in mind is that your tone sets the mood for the interaction. A friendly, calm, and steady tone will always win over something that feels rushed or forceful. Remember, the goal is to show that you're self-assured, not controlling. Confidence is attractive because it feels safe and steady, not because it overpowers the other person. Finally, don't forget that I want isn't just about stating your preferences. It's about showing that you're intentional and thoughtful. It's about being decisive without being inflexible. By using this approach, you're not only making your intentions clear, but also creating an opportunity for meaningful communication. The key takeaway is this: confidence doesn't mean ignoring the other person's needs. It means respecting both your desires and hers. When you find that balance, you'll not only stand out, but you'll also build connections that are stronger and more genuine. All right, now it's time to put this into practice. I'm challenging you to start using the phrase "I want" at least 5 times a day for the next week. It might sound simple, but the impact is massive. I'm not talking about just saying it casually. I want you to be intentional with it. Whether you're making plans with friends, talking to women, or even in everyday situations, use "I want" to express your desires clearly and confidently. By doing this, you'll quickly see how this small change starts to shape the way people respond to you. At first, you may feel a bit uncomfortable or unsure, but trust me, that's normal. It's not about being perfect right away. It's about pushing yourself to be more direct, more decisive, and more confident with your words. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. What you'll notice over time is that people will start to treat you differently. You'll get more respect. They'll see you as someone who knows what they want and isn't afraid to go after it. Women, in particular, will find this level of clarity and self-assurance incredibly attractive. You'll no longer be someone who waits for permission or approval. You'll be the person who makes things happen, and that's a game changer. It's not just about using the words, it's about building a mindset. When you start consistently using "I want," you'll feel more empowered in every area of your life. Whether it's in social situations, work, or relationships, you'll begin to notice how people gravitate toward you because you're projecting confidence and direction. So, here's the challenge. Over the next week, use "I want" at least 5 times a day. Track how you feel. Notice how people respond. You'll start to realize that something as simple as this can make a huge difference in how you carry yourself and how others see you. I promise you, by the end of the week, you'll feel more in control and more confident. And once you've seen the change, you'll understand why this works. Take action today. Start practicing and see for yourself how powerful this can be. All right, let's wrap this up and recap everything we've covered today. Remember, the 2 words we're focusing on, "I want," are a game changer when it comes to how you present yourself. They reflect confidence, clarity, and decisiveness. These aren't just words you say, they're a statement of who you are and what you stand for. They show that you're not afraid to go after what you desire and that you're capable of leading without hesitation. It's not about being selfish or dismissive of others, but about being direct and confident. The beauty of using "I want" is that it doesn't just help you get what you want, it creates opportunities for genuine communication and mutual respect. And when you practice using it, you'll start noticing a shift in the way people respond to you. Now, here's the important part. Don't just watch this video and forget about it. It's time to take action. Start incorporating "I want" into your daily life. Use it in conversations, when making plans, when expressing your desires, and see how it transforms the way you connect with people. You've got everything you need to make a real impact. So the next step is up to you. Take action now. Try using "I want" at least 5 times a day for the next week. Track your progress and pay attention to how people react. I guarantee you'll notice a change in how they perceive you and how you feel about yourself. And once you've practiced this for a week, come back and let me know how it's worked for you. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and tell me how you plan to use "I want" this week. I'm really curious to know how you're going to apply it in your life. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you're helping support the content, and it allows me to continue bringing you more valuable insights. So, take a moment now to comment, like, and subscribe. Keep practicing, and remember, The more confident you are in expressing your desires, the more respect and attraction you'll draw. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.